We are live. Happy Monday.
You guys, it's so exciting. So not only is it Goal Call Monday, we have a super huge announcement to make. Do you want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. The Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle is out. This is something that Chef AJ and her friend Melissa co-created, and they got 49 different influencers, physicians, dietitians, health coaches, influencers, like some of the best people in the plant-based space to collaborate and create the ultimate weight loss bundle. It is so exciting. And part of like some of my favorites in the weight loss bundle, our resident gastroenterologist who's in our Plant Chicks tribe, Dr. Vanessa Mendez. She has her intro to gut health. There's a PhD, Roseanne Oliveira. She's from UC Davis, and I've been getting her emails for years, and I absolutely love her. She's got a 5-day detox. There's Dr. Joel Furman. He was one of my favorite plant-based books back in the day, and he has something on intermittent fasting, which I'm currently obsessed with. Like, I can't learn enough about intermittent fasting, circadian rhythm, all that stuff. So that's exciting. He's got something in there, Dr. Frank Sabatino, the doctor. He's a chiropractor, actually, and he does all the water fasting, but he's got a book in there. High Carb Hannah, Plantful Kiki, and yours truly. We have 6 months of our Plant Chicks lifestyle included, and we're starting on week 6 of our Happy New Year. So if you were wanting to do our Plant Chicks lifestyle, this is a really, really, really good opportunity for you to get in and get access to our Plant Chicks lifestyle. So there's so many amazing, amazing options in here, and people are still like thinking about New Year's resolutions. You might be slipping off track a little bit, but this is a perfect opportunity for you to like dive back in, get fully motivated, and check out all the incredible ebooks, guides, our Plant Chicks lifestyle that's included in the Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle that Chef AJ, if you guys don't know Chef AJ, you need to know Chef AJ. She's absolutely amazing. Oh, and our friends at Mastering Diabetes, they also have something in there. So if your blood sugars are a little bit high, if you heard about Mastering Diabetes and you kind of wanted to check them out, but you haven't done so yet, this is a really good opportunity for you guys to check out the Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle, because there's so many amazing, amazing ebooks included.
Yes. So there's actually, they said that a compilation of all these plant-based people that are either the plant forward or plant-based. Basically, you get $4,600 worth of amazing content for $49. So that's actually this is the only bundle Jack and I have been a part of that is actually $49. Usually it's $75 or $99. So to have the caliber of people in this weight loss bundle for $49, that's a steal. And then you get access to this content for an entire year. And what we like about it, because a lot of people always ask us, how do you lose weight when you go plant-based? And this is the ultimate weight loss bundle. You get to hear from different influencers, different people like doctors, health coaches. I would say people that are just in the industry of weight loss themselves, or they've had a weight loss story and success from eating plant-based. This is the weight loss bundle to get, because they want to show you how they did it. And what works for us, may not work for you. So you have all these options. I always say it's like a charcuterie board of plant-based goodness for you to choose from. And of course, there's, when people do get a bundle, because we do love a good bundle, it's like, what do I choose from, right? You have to choose the bundle. You have to choose the program that speaks to you, right? Because it's just like intuitive eating or intuitive working out. You're going to be intuitive to the program that speaks to you, and then follow that program. Again, you have so many choices, and weight loss can be done in so many different ways, and you just have to try something. So who's excited about this bundle?
I know I am. I'm super excited. And I did not realize that there's 111 ebooks, workouts, presentations. There's actually some like live Zoom calls that you can do with a lot of these people for only $49. It's really pretty incredible. Look at like some of the Dr. McDougall, totally forgot. He's got something in there. Dr. Neil Barnard. Oh my gosh. Your boy Robert Cheek. Chef AJ. You know who I also forgot to mention? Our very own moderator, Tiffany, has her ebook in here as well, which is super exciting. And here, this is Dr. Frank Sabatino that I talked about. And Marcia and I actually did what was that called? The retreat with him right before the vegan block party a couple years before COVID.
No, it's amazing. There's so many goodness in here. I just, there's programs, there's ebooks, you have subscription sites. You get access to our subscription site. If you haven't purchased this, you get access for 6 months. Now, if you were to purchase our subscription site, 3 months of this is actually, 3 months of our subscription site is 6 months. I mean, you get a year of this, right? So you get 6 months for free of our subscription site. And let me tell you, and you get all these other ebooks, 111, right? The 110, if you can't include us, 111. But 111 ebooks, courses, and subscription sites all together for $49. And you get access to this for a year. So like if you get the ebook, you can download it, you have it forever. But like courses and subscription sites will be cut off after that year point. Ours is 6 months access to. So let me tell you, you get fitness, you get food, and then you get a ton of, I would say, knowledge from all these people. And look on here. This is like so crazy. If you guys are looking right here, you get raw diets, you get regular plant-based diets, you get vegan diets. Who's that? Oh yeah, that's from, I forget her name. The plant-based holiday feast video course. You got holiday stuff, mindfulness, everything in between. You got an app. Look at right here. I didn't know that there wasn't even an app because there was so much to look at when Jackie and I, we were on this, obviously they asked us to be in this collaboration. We are always blessed. We love a good bundle. And we always think like for you guys, it provides value. And sometimes people are very hesitant to be like, I don't know if I want to go plant-based, or they'll watch us for a while like a fly on the wall. But when this bundle comes up, I feel like it's your opportunity to purchase something like this because you really do get a charcuterie board of all kinds of people, all types of plant-based diet is different for everybody too. And there's different types of plant-based diet. Some people do it raw, some people do it cooked, some people do more fruit, some people do more vegetables. Everyone's a little bit different, but finding out what works for you is what it's all about. Because remember, things change in life. Your hormones change, your body changes. And sometimes you have to, try new things. I was plant-based now 12 years, maybe 13. I don't know the exact date. But my whole entire nutrition has changed probably about 5 or 6 times in 13 years. And it's all been plant-based.
It's so incredible. And I love your analogy of this is like a plant-based charcuterie board or a plant-forward charcuterie board. There's so many different people that you can learn from in here. This is actually really cool, the Plant Strong one. So Plant Strong has different food items in grocery stores, and you can actually get $10 off some of the different like food supplements, meals, whatever, which is super, super amazing. And I just love that analogy of a charcuterie board because there are so many different ways to eat. There's so many different personalities. There's so many different exercises to do. And in our Plant Chicks lifestyle, we have all of that included. But now you'll get 6 months of that. It's valued at $75, 6 months of PCL. And you're going to get all of PCL for 6 months for less than what PCL would cost. And you get 110 other incredible ebooks and different things, which is pretty cool. And listen, it's not available forever. It's only available for a total of 10 days. You actually have a little bit less than 10 days now because it literally just started. So many people, they get so excited when we start talking about these bundles, when we get involved with different bundles, and they're like, yes, I'm going to get it. And then they forget and they forget and they forget. And then it's over and they're like, oh, can we get it? This always happens like the next day after it ends, and you missed out. So make sure that if this sounds like something incredible, then get it. You definitely want to get it. And if you're in the plant-based space, you've got a plant-based business, and you're not involved in this plant-based bundle, this is a really good investment for your business to see what other people are offering and what their graphics look like and what their knowledge is. So it's a really good way to meet other plant-based people, get to know what they're doing, and then to work with other people. So business-wise, a really, really good investment for $49. And health-wise, it's really good. So our newsletter this week is dedicated, and you'll be getting this in an hour, but it's all dedicated to heart health because we're still talking about American Heart Month. And this week, we're talking specifically on how increased weight can impact your heart health. And obesity is prevalent literally worldwide now. And when people have more adipose tissue or more fat tissue in their abdominal area, then they have increased risk for diabetes, high blood pressure, dyslipidemia is when your cholesterol is out of whack, and diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and heart disease. Literally, it can cause heart disease and other inflammatory diseases. So if you can decrease the amount of fat around your belly and just lose weight, you don't necessarily have to lose like 100 pounds, 20 pounds. It's just literally, if you can lose up to 10% of your body weight, you can get yourself into a lot healthier situation and literally reverse diseases. We offer all of this in and of itself in our Plant Chicks lifestyle. We have all of it. Literally, you can just go to our Plant Chicks lifestyle, get it all, but you have this really good opportunity to get even more in our Plant Chick or in this ultimate weight loss bundle. So not only do you get our 6 months of our Plant Chicks lifestyle, but you get everything else included. So it's up to you. We'd love to have you in our Plant Chicks lifestyle, however that looks. But literally, it's time to invest in yourself, make yourself a priority, and start making healthier choices in your meals, in your exercise, in your sleep habits, all of it. So
yeah, even if you're not fully plant-based and you want to eat more fruits and vegetables and add your meat to it, that's how my husband got his start in it before he actually became vegetarian. But he literally had like this my plant-based plate, but he added his meat. You can do that to see where you're at. Like there are no rules to this. It's always about getting started and seeing how you feel. And then you can, we have like two types of people. We have the baby steppers, which I'm a total baby stepper, or the all or nothing people. And I have to say the all or nothing people are very few and far between because it's very, as being a coach and teaching people, I have those rare people that just give me what to do it, right? But you want to learn and you want to be educated, and it really takes motivation, education, and also being, part of a tribe that you can learn from. So when I have my clients and I teach them, they're just like, oh, I didn't know this. Like I just had a coaching call with one of my clients who's not plant-based. And I asked her, so what have you learned so far? And she said, I learned that I can have so many different plants and I'm not as gassy. I thought it was going to be super gassy. Like in the beginning I was, but once my stomach got adjusted to it, she goes, I can't believe how much, plants I'm eating, how much fiber. And I was like, well, that's good. She said her sweet cravings are virtually gone because she literally was like, I thought I was going to be so hungry and starving. When you say plant-based, most people do. They think you're eating lettuce and carrots and stuff like that. And she was really surprised, one, how many vegetables she was eating and was full. And number two, her sweet cravings were gone because she was eating more fruit. She was really shocked because she's been told that bananas are terrible for you. Her last coach said, don't eat bananas, don't eat sweet potatoes, don't eat. It was literally this list of don't eat. And then she's eating it. And to the state, she's lost, because her goal was to lose 15 pounds. She's lost 9 pounds and she's shocked. So you guys, it really is about education, seeing what works for your body and playing around with it. Because a lot of times we associate fruit with quote unquote sugar and we think it's bad. Well, it really is tons of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, and that's really healing to your body. And it's really giving your body those, those missing nutrients to see, how it works for you.
Sorry, you guys. I'm like playing around with the screen. I'm trying to highlight Marcia and it went to me. And I'm like, then I took her out and then I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, I am literally working on very little sleep. Charles and I, all weekend long, we had dinners every night. And then I had parties like all day yesterday. I'm exhausted. I got up. I did yoga this morning and I'm just like a hot mess. It's kind of comical and you're now experiencing it. But that's huge. So getting back to what you were just saying, Marcia, that's huge. It's really, really powerful. Like literally, if we can just change what's on the end of our fork, we can change so much. And it is true. Like fruit is like nature's candy. It's so good. I love me some bananas. Love, love, love. And I love that your client is enjoying all this amazing food. She's not gassy and she's almost to her weight loss goal, which is big. And I know that you're really focusing on non-scale victories because it's not all about the scale. And you guys, Marcia was my coach before we were plant chicks, before we were in business together. And literally Marcia was like, throw away that damn scale. Get off the scale, focus on how you're feeling, focus on your workouts, and just pay attention to other things, like those non-scale victories. And another thing that Marcia would say when, and this is something that we also share with you guys on these Goal Call Mondays a lot, is you've got to listen to different podcasts, read different books. You've got to like immerse yourself into different things that are like that motivate you and that inspire you to stay on track. And that's one thing that obviously our Plant Chicks lifestyle strives to do. That in this ultimate weight loss bundle, there's 111 ebooks and courses, talks, programs that you can learn from other people who are so inspiring. Some of the people that are like the grandparents of plant-based living. Chef AJ, she's got her virtual retreat. Dr. Joel Furman, he actually wrote one of my favorite books that was a plant-forward way of living. And he's got a program in here. There's so many different options. So I really do encourage you, like if you're feeling a little bit down, like this weekend, you guys remember I wanted to not eat sweets for the 6 weeks of Happy New Year. Totally forgot about that yesterday at our lunch and I ate sweets. So I blew it. But you know what? Just like a baby when they're learning to walk and then they fall down, they don't just like lay on the ground and cry. They get right back up, get back on track. And that's what I'm doing today. Like, it's so funny how some of these things, like, didn't even think. I'm like, just eating. I'm like, oh, totally forgot I wasn't going to have sugar for 6 weeks. But it's all right. Back on track, getting back in the game. And I can't believe we're also on week 6 of Happy New Year. How did that happen?
It is. It's going by so fast, but it's also so good. It's really cool to see everyone make their different, goals, accomplish them, or if they've fallen off the goals, because there's people falling off, they get back on. And I had another client too, is like, I'm self-sabotaging. I need it. They're freaking out. And I'm like, listen, that's okay. This is part of life. You're never going to have a perfect 6 weeks. It's just not realistic in real man time. So in theory, it sounds like it, but it's not. So it's all about getting back on the horse when you fall off. And I see this quote, and I heard it in a movie too, and it's old, and it's basically, it's not how hard you fall, it's how you get up from that fall, right? You got to get up. Just get up. And that's what I told her. And that's exactly what I text her out. I was like, no, you fell. Guess what? Pick yourself up and get up and go. Don't stay down there on the ground. And, you wallow for 5 minutes. I'll give you a pity party for 5 minutes. But after that, you are going to get up and you are going to accomplish this, because life is about making mistakes. And a lot of times it's not even about mistakes. When they say mistakes, maybe some things are mistakes, but it's about learning lessons, and it's about how can you grow from it? How can you thrive from it? And just being the best person you can be. And the first way to do that is start with your nutrition. Your nutrition is everything, right? Your body is made out of, your lifestyle. Look at yourself right now. How are you feeling? Checking in with yourself. How are you doing? It's not just the aesthetics part of it, but yes, if you're having too much body fat on your body, especially visceral fat around your organs and around your hearts, because this is Heart Month, Jack and I talk about, that's not good. I mean, really, it is not good. And a lot of people this whole healthy at every size, it kind of depends on the person, number one. And number two, if you're 25, 35 pounds overweight, you are at risk. Like I've been a coach for 18 years. Anybody over that 20, 25 pound mark, you're at risk for a lot of stuff, chronic illnesses and diseases. You may not have it for 10 or 15 years, but if you keep staying at that consistently for 20, 30 years, something is going to happen. Now I get it. Something happens to all of us because I feel like they don't include the skinny fat people. I have girls that are like this skinny, but they're like 35% body fat because they're just like that genetically.
Which is obese.
Yeah, which is obese for the body type, but they aesthetically look like they're quote unquote skinny. Because even my client who just lost weight, I always tell them, I was like, well, anybody, my clients, you can be 117 pounds fit and ripped with lean body mass, or you can be 117 pounds skinny fat, AKA obese. So your pounds doesn't matter. It's about your body composition. Where are you at? You want to stay between 18 to 26. Okay, is your body fat. 18's on the lean end. 20 to, I think I'm at 20 last time I checked, it was 20 or 21. It's kind of where I'm at for my healthy part. When I started getting to 23 to 24, when I was 25, this is before COVID last year, I got to 25, and that's fat for me. And I wasn't looking good because my waist goes from that little tiny waist to boom, it's big. And guess what? It's visceral fat. That's what's scary. I'm like, and the older we get at hormones, obviously I'm 47, Jackie's 52. We got to watch it. Hormones, it's all around our abdominal area and our torso. You can't let 15, 20 pounds of fat linger around there for too long. You got to make sure you have this healthy lifestyle that includes nutrition, sleep, exercise, community, staying away from risky substances, about meditation, having a positive mindset, because mental health is just as important as physical health, right? You want to be healthy from the inside out. You don't have to like do these aggressive workouts too. Like people think you have to be like running marathons or triathlons. And it's like, no, a basic walk. A walk is so underrated. Going for a walk can boost your endorphins and your mood. And basically you can slowly walk off the weight with your nutrition and your sleep and all that kind of lifestyle. And this is what the Ultimate Bundle is about. You are getting so much good knowledge from different people who have lost weight, have maintained a healthy lifestyle. Because I feel like a lot of times too, when you're in this whole health and fitness world, people want to see this drastic transformation, like, wow, she lost 100 pounds or 50 pounds. I'm going to do what she's doing, right? But no one, I think the person who's been fit for 18 years, I'm raising my hand, or longer, we get discounted because, oh, you look the same for 18. Whoa, I did 18 years. I've served 18 years of a healthy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I have been put in the work day in and day out to eat healthy, to work out, to sleep, to go to therapy, to read these books. Like I put the work in. The person who doesn't have a really physical body change, maybe my body to you hasn't really changed. But it's like I've been maintaining my blood work. It's all about lab work too, right? And if something's going wrong, like say my vitamin D, I'm going to problem solve how to fix that. You have to be proactive. So think about these things in your life. Like, you know, I was talking with another of my girlfriends. She's a health coach in this industry, and probably maybe about the same time, maybe 16 years. And she said, and she's like fit with a six pack. And she goes, you know, they look at me and they're like, oh, you look the same for 16 years. She's like, you know how hard it is to maintain this? Very hard, but I get discounted because I didn't have 100-pound weight loss. And I said, that is true. A lot of times we get discounted. Now, the only time people pay attention is like, you get 60 and 70 years old. They're like, damn, she looks good for 60 and 70. But that person, they kind of like didn't look at them for a long time until they hit older, right? So you're always still, our society is so programmed to look at people who's lost 50 and 100 pounds. And I get it because what's the percentage right now of how many people are obese or overweight in the US? You guys like that are overweight and obese, it is the majority, and it's very scary. People that are super healthy and fit are the minority, and it's insane. Or even the skinny fat people, they're discounted, and they're like skinny fat, the body composition, because it really goes down to body composition. They're like, oh, they're skinny, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? They're a size 2, but they're still like 35% body fat. That is not good either, you guys. It's all about healthy habits. And I'm telling you, it's not just one area. It's not just the nutrition. It is about everything that you do day in and day out. Yeah, Katerina, it's so true and it's so sad. it really gets discounted. And, you know, like at this point in my health career, 18 years, I like kind of tell it how it is, call it how I see it. I used to like baby step about it and stuff like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, some people have to hear the truth. Like it really is very, very sad to see where our society has gone, and they're very accepting of people that are severely overweight, morbidly obese. There's nothing healthy about it. Now, if you're morbidly obese and you're working on your health journey, then okay, that's fine. But we're talking about people who don't, because the majority of people we know do not. And yes, they struggle with it. You've got to get help somewhere, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, like a personal trainer, wherever you start. You can start anywhere. You can start with a therapist. You can start with a health coach. You can start with a doctor. You got to start somewhere, and it'll start pouring in other parts of your life, right? We've all been on those fad diets. That's what me and Jackie are here for. We've been on all the fad diets. We may not have been severely morbidly obese, but I've gained 25 pounds at one point, right? Jackie may have not gained a bunch of weight, but her body composition, she was unhealthy for her body composition and her blood work. Remember, there's other factors to consider. Jackie may have been thin and small and maybe 10 pounds overweight, but her blood work and her body composition back in the day reflected that, and people discount that. So look at your own lifestyle. It's always, I would say, it's a work of art, right? It's a body of art. You're always working on your body, and you have all these different mentors, health coaches, and doctors to choose from in this weight loss bundle. It's people who've done it, right? It doesn't matter if they, you know, went from skinny fat, maybe they did they changed their blood work, you know, like Mastering Diabetes is all about your lab work. Like, it's a different thing. It's about diabetes. So you can really target what area speaks to you. Think about yourself right now. What speaks to you? Is it diabetes? Is it weight loss? Is it just learning how to eat more plants? Is it getting physical, like exercise? I mean, we literally have it all in this lifestyle. So much to choose from, right, Jackie?
100%. That was so much incredible information. And there are so many different ways that people can be unhealthy. And I'm glad that you talked on the lab work, because that is a big one. Some people have both. Some people have increased abdominal girth or obesity, like you've got fat more around your abdomen, and your lab works can be off. Maybe you have a little bit of high blood pressure. These are all signs of inflammation, and inflammation is a silent killer. And I love that you also said that, you know, when you have this inflammation and you're maybe like 10 or 20 pounds overweight right now, what's going to happen 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road? That's when the problems start to happen, because again, inflammation is a silent killer, and these little tiny like creeps up, like when your weight is creeping up, it's silent but deadly. And I was just talking to someone over the weekend, and one of my girlfriends in yoga, her husband's friends, and they're younger than me. They're like, Marcia, they're actually younger than you, like 45, at 42, actually. 42. And one of their friends died overnight from a heart attack. And it's because of their lifestyle. There was a lot of drinking. They worked out some, but not a lot. And there was a lot of eating crap. And you guys know what crap is in plant chick speak. It's calorie rich and processed foods. So it really, really matters. So if you are ready to make some lifestyle changes, if you're ready to even start learning about what changes are possible, we really do encourage you to click on this link below. Check out the Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle. You can type it into your browser. We're also sending out the link through our email list. So if you're on our email, you'll get the link in that in just about 30 minutes, actually. Or also head over to our Instagram page, because we've got the link in our Instagram page. We'll put it here in Facebook and somewhere. We'll put it in the link in YouTube as well. That you guys, we really do encourage you to check out the Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle. Make yourself a priority. Take advantage of it. Over 111 ebooks, courses, different content in there for you to access for $49. Access to our Plant Chicks lifestyle for 6 months is included. That's at $75, and you actually get this whole bundle and everything for $49. It's a win. It's like a huge win. What else? I was going to say something else I need to take a nap. I'm going to bed early today because your girl is so tired and I can't think of anything. I need to get my shrooms in me too.
So it's okay. So what are your goals this week, Jackie, before we get off? What are your goals?
My goals. I'm going to slay. You guys, I'm leaving for South Africa on Thursday. I'm so freaking excited. I'm going to get a lot of my workouts in for Happy New Year. This week, I'm going to be doing yoga. I wanted to like get outside first thing and do like a little meditation last week. I did not make that happen. So I really want to carry that forward. And that's something that I want to do over the 2 weeks that I'm in South Africa. I'm so freaking excited about this vacation. You guys, I'm going to get very vulnerable. I'm going to say some things. Marcia knows all of this, but a lot of people do not. My husband and I are celebrating 15 years of marriage in March. So this is like one of the reasons we're doing the trip. And I'm also going to have 10 years of sobriety in May. So I'm kind of like lumping that in there too. But there was a time last year where my husband and we were going through a really, really rough patch. We almost didn't make it. And if it was up to me at that time, we probably wouldn't have made it. But my husband is an incredible man. And he said that he wanted to make this work. So I changed, like when he said that to me, because I thought we were both on the same page and he said that to me, I'm like, let's do this. So I'm so grateful for my husband. I'm so grateful for you, Marcia, for being there because that was not fun. It was really, really rough. October. It happened in October last year. And later I'm going to like share a lot of other things that I went through because I learned a lot. I learned a lot. But I'm really looking forward to spending this beautiful trip with my husband and celebrating us and how far we've come in the past 15 years, which is crazy. And I really do want to get outside and like have that fresh air and just get back to nature a little bit because I love being outside. That's when I feel like the universe and like all this like magic, beautiful stuff happening in my life. So I'm really looking forward to, I've always wanted to do an African safari. We're doing that for our 15th anniversary. And I'm just super excited. So my goals, get outside in the morning, finish Happy New Year. I'll probably start like another round of it in South Africa because we're going to be walking and touring and doing all kinds of things. But we're also taking workout clothes. So I'm going to be eating fabulous food and working out. I'm going to be moving my body because you know what? It's not just like a workout. It's my freaking lifestyle. And I love it. So super excited. I love you, Marcia. Thank you again for being for me.
I love you, girl. I love you, girl. No, I'm excited that, I mean, I think we've all been there, especially if you've been with your husband like 10 years, 15, 20. I think we all go through those phases. It was like, oh, like, you know, you love them, then you want to strangle them. It's like, what am I doing with this person? We've all been there. I've been there too. So, but I love that you guys are going on this trip to celebrate yourself and spending time with him. And that's what it's all about, to go through all the hard stuff. So congratulations on that, like for weathering the storm and then going, you know, celebrating yourself on this trip. So I think that's amazing. And I think you need to just take off time and unplug. Don't even come on here to Plant Chicks. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Nurture your marriage. Enjoy the moment because that's what it's all about. Because you can't get these moments back in time. Especially, I feel like over the age of 40, time is flying by so fast. I mean, obviously, Jackie, you're 52. I was just talking to Arlene about this. I'm like, where did the time go? Like, as soon as I hit 40, it's been on fast forward. Like the 30s were a really good time in my life. And it was like long and enjoyable. And it's weird. And the 40s have been like it's so crazy. Like I'm on this freaking roller coaster ride to hell and then back to heaven. I don't know what's going on. It's like, but I mean, it's all good. Yeah, so it is very interesting. It's funny. My mother-in-law was like, the 40s are the best time of my life. And I'm like, ugh. Right? No, the 40s have not been the best time of my life. The 30s have been the best time of my life. Now check back with me when I'm 50 something, then ask me later. We'll see what happens. But right now, 47 years, I would say from 41 to 47. Can we take those years away? No, I was kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, but sometimes I think about, but I do really think the 30s were a really beautiful time of life. It was one of my happiest times of life, and I've absolutely loved it. So I get, Jackie, we have to go these ebbs and flows in life for us to appreciate. But when I'm 80, I'll appreciate the hard times in my 40s. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we can't totally appreciate until we get plugged out of that situation, and then we're like, oh my God, But anyway, speaking of that, like goals. I've been really focused, you guys, on handling my anxiety and my sleep. And that's been my goal. A couple of my goals this year. I have like in different areas, like marriage goals, health goals, financial goals, all these like 9 different areas what I'm working on. I'm very proud of myself this year. I've been like slaying it. Like I really am like, I seriously have. So, but you guys know I'm cryoing, and then I started this new therapy called microcurrent therapy. And I'm not even kidding you. It literally, between cryo and microcurrent, I have not, since I started microcurrent and I alternate with cryo, I have not had any red on my sleep score.
Wow.
I'm getting, before I was averaging 5.5 hours of sleep, and then it went to 6.5 hours. Now I'm between 7. It's like 7 hours and 5 minutes. Like that's my average. I'm like, ooh, that's good. I'm getting up to 7. My goal is to get 8 and 9 hours of sleep. I'm not even kidding you, because sleep is everything. And I want to obviously like mood and all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually feeling a lot better, which is so crazy because I've been so sleep deprived. And this is funny. My therapist was like, Marcia, they use that in torture. And we've talked about, Jackie and I talked about that. It's a torture thing. And she was like, how can you be your best self when you're torturing your own self? You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. Like you can't be your best self. And when I reflect on it, I'm telling you, I haven't slept in a couple years, like 2 years since I had COVID, January 2020. That's when I had it at the end of January. So around February. So February 2020. Until now, I'm actually getting a handle on my sleep. And I think about it, dude, I was so sleep deprived. I couldn't even be the best me. How can I be the best business partner? How can I be the best friend? How can I be a best wife? I couldn't be. I couldn't even be good to myself. Right. So with that being said, now I feel like, okay, I need to make up for what I was not good at, because now I can see I'm sleeping now. I'm like, I'm sleeping. Oh, look, you said you look better and calmer. Thank you. I actually feel better, like 100% better. And these cryo got my start of where I think it changed, which is the craziest thing. And that was back in December. So December, I'm trying to make up for, but I could see if I got off it a few days, my sleep wasn't doing good. So I try to cryo between 3 to 5 days a week. And then between, I'm doing the microcurrent. And it has been eye-opening how sleep deprived I was. And I don't even, and when I think about this, I really feel for new moms that have kids. When you have a newborn, maybe you have a second baby or a third baby, and you have those friends that I have 4 kids under 4 or something. And you're like, whoa, I don't even know how you function. I know you got to raise your family, but I mean, literally give you props, because I was not my best self for a long time. So COVID actually affects the brain. And they have all these new tools now to see where it's at. And even though I haven't got formally diagnosed, like I want to go to Amen Clinic, it's on the list. Amen Clinic can actually see your brain where it lights up the activity. Even though I haven't been there yet, I know it's different because my smell is off, my sleep is off. I had none of this stuff. I lost my hair. It's just stress on the body. What I learned from my therapist is she treats a lot of COVID people. Your body remembers the trauma, and it keeps remembering and your brain, and it remembers and it's still in that flight or fight mode. And so it's like unwiring your brain to get out of that mode, because you're not in stress mode. If you don't keep your stress levels under control, which I knew my stress was out of control, you basically are always living in that. And here's another thing. You guys know I lost my hair, 70% of my hair. So both times I had COVID, I lost my hair, and it was just crazy. You see, second time worse, because I start from a different place the first time. And if I do not manage my stress from that COVID situation, I will have scarring. Like there's non-scarring and scarring follicles.
Wow.
Yes, you can take a non-scarring follicle, which I have telogen effluvian is the correct name for this type of hair loss I have. But if I don't get a manage on that, my hair loss is forever. Like I will scar the follicle and it will be gone. So I was like, ooh, that was even scarier. You guys, I literally switched to decaf coffee. Trying to go to bed earlier. I will sleep until my body will naturally let me. So I'm trying all these tools to help me get in a better place. And it literally is working, that it's actually shocking. So anyway, yeah. And then another focus is like my marriage, like Jackie was talking about. Just, Jackie and I've been pouring into our business. And then, like we have to think on other goals this year. And she's obviously pouring into her marriage, and so am I. So Keith and I have changing things that we do in our marriage, like to spice things up, because we've been together 19 years. So we started doing like coffee dates, like bringing books and go to different coffee shops, different environment for different stimuli, and do something new and different, because we seem to do the same thing, like go to a movie or go eat out. And it's like we need to do something different, like something that's totally normal that we get to look forward to, and one person or the other is planning the date. So you guys think about your life where you can change it where whether your marriage or your significant other, change your own personal health, change your own goals. It could be financial. Another goal of mine is to be financially fit. I want to read more books on finance. And that's just kind of, because I feel like I'm smart to a certain point, but I'm not that financially smart, like savvy. And I'm like, I need to get more financially savvy. This is where I need to be. So, not only do I love books on, I'll show you like health and fitness and the brain. Like I love stuff like this, but I need to start reading more books on finances. And you guys, my dyslexia.
Finance is part of wellness, though. So I'm really glad that you're also talking about this. And I think it's really, really powerful, and especially as women, because women so many times are like, oh, my husband will do it. Oh, I'll marry a man. No. Women, we need to get financially fit. So I'm so glad you're doing this. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like just reading books on that being, finance versus just what I usually love is this like brain or health or fitness or self-love or personal development. So I'm reading these books, you guys. I'm usually listen to audiobooks, but my dyslexia, the older I get, is worse. And it actually is, there's a thing with it. And I talked to my therapist, there's like these tools that you can do. And reading a book for dyslexia, because you have to visually see it, not just hear it. Because I listen to things and I can receive it better. I'm a very audio person. Like my love language is words of affirmation. And then seeing it like this is a lot harder for me to actually in my brain. Like,
you know what? This makes sense, because literally like smartphones are making people dumber. And I'm saying people, I'm meaning me, because I used to know, I knew everyone's phone number by heart. Now I know my number, my husband's number, and the number I grew up with in Wichita, Kansas, 6859445. So I know all those numbers by heart. I don't remember anything. And if it's not in my calendar, I'm not going to remember it. So it's exactly what you're saying. Like when you're listening to books, you don't have to physically read and do that. So that's why reading, or why that dyslexia is getting worse. So that totally makes sense in my brain now.
No, it does. So obviously reading is helping me do that too. So anything that I can do to be my best self from the inside out, obviously I'm doing it this year, but I do feel way better this year for sure. So I feel like I've got a kickstart, and you guys know that I did the no sugar, no alcohol, no caffeine. So hello. So it's all good. Yeah. So, and then also too, I've taken a picture every single day of my body changing in the same pose. And I can't wait to post it at the end of the year so you can see the transformation, because it is a transformation when you get better sleep, when you're cutting out, like just say inflammatory sugars, you're like the caffeine situation. Yeah. Katarina was like, you are hardcore. You guys, I think I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired, even though I looked healthy and I teach health. Even healthy people can get stressed out. You guys saw what happened to, what's his name with the P90X guy, Tony.
Hold on, let me Google it because I can't think of his last. I want to say Tony Robbins, but that's totally not him.
No, Tony. It's sort of the H. Tony Horton. Yes, Tony Horton. Like he's healthy and fit for like 50 years, but he had something that came up. I forgot what he had, and he was trying to fight that too. So, and then he took everybody on the journey of that. Like he kept it behind the scenes quiet for a while to figure it out, and then he started sharing his situation. It happens the best, whether you're fit or not. People are dealing with different stuff, and you have to deal with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You be super fit and healthy, quote unquote healthy. But if you don't deal with your mental stuff or, stuff that you have to work on in other areas of your life, you're completely not that healthy, right? So like stress can take over. Like building a business is very stressful. Jack and I've had some stress in the business. So, building, like trying to work through the stress and finding a different strategy to help thrive, right? Instead of just survive, you want to thrive. That's another situation. So you can just take a look at your life. And I feel like if you guys check out the Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle, it's not just about weight loss, it's about a healthier you, right? And you're going to learn from different doctors, influencers, health coaches, different collaborators who've been there before you. And maybe you're wanting to hit a different area of your life. This is your like chance to go look at this bundle, pick what speaks to you, and learn from a different coach or mentor in your life that will lead you on that path. Because remember, motivation is very fleeting. It's very temporary. You have to be, pick the thing that speaks to you that you need to work on. That's going to be easy for you.
That's right. All right. Check out our Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle. This has been a very vulnerable live. We've gone through a lot this morning. So we can't wait to hear what your goals are this week. We're going to head over to Instagram in a little bit if you want to join us over there. We'll see you soon. You guys have an amazing week, and don't forget to write down your goals.
Happy Monday. Okay, we're going to go on Instagram. So if you want to join us, come join us on Instagram.